Diversity is almost the differences between us. So all those differences that makes between us, that is diversity. And when you think about inclusion is almost how do we then celebrate all those differences? How do we bring all of that and include all of that together? Actually, a very like everyone being invited to the party. Inclusion is like everyone who's been invited to the party being asked to the dance floor to dance. It's very simple.
Thank you for watching. That video sets the tone for what we'll be exploring today, the importance of diversity and inclusion, not just a buzzwords, but as essential elements of a thriving, innovative, and equitable environment. Hi, my name is Nurhidalu, and I'm excited to guide you through this topic. We'll look at what diversity and inclusion really mean. Before we dive further, I will share to you our agenda first. First, we will take a close to what is diversity and inclusion is. Second, the importance of D&I in organization. 3. Understanding D&I in workplace. 4. Challenges to implement D&I. 5. Talent acquisition strategies for D&I. And lastly, we'll manage conflict, create innovation.
Many companies in Malaysia are realizing the advantages of embracing diversity and inclusion, or what we call it as D&I, in their workplaces. These concepts work together to create a fair and respectful environment where everyone has equal opportunities, access to jobs, and a sense of teamwork. Employees who may not have had much representation before now have more chances to contribute and be recognized for their efforts. By building an inclusive work culture, companies can gain fresh ideas, strengthen an employee relationship, and grow into a more united and successful organization. A LinkedIn study found that companies with a diversity and inclusion team are 23% more likely to be seen as industry leaders and attract top quality talent. Do you know what is diversity? Tina Ramusen defined diversity as the mosaic of people who bring a variety of backgrounds, experience, styles, perspective, value, beliefs, and differences as added to the groups and organizations with which they interact. Diversity creates an environment where people constantly learn from each other, gaining new perspectives and building respect. Outside of work, it also helps society become more inclusive and accepting, encouraging people to connect despite their differences. While inclusion is the full integration of all individuals as contributors to the organization at every level. An inclusive organization respects, values, and prides itself on a culture of openness to ideas, innovation, and creativity as essential ingredients to a healthy, vibrant, and cooperative organization. D&I concept. As shown in this image, inclusion means fostering a sense of belonging. It's about respecting each other, ensuring equality, and making sure that everyone feels heard and seen. It also means encouraging participation, giving people the opportunity to engage, share their ideas, and be part of the decision-making process. When we combine diversity with inclusion, we create spaces where people thrive, innovation flourish, and communities grow stronger. Now, let's look at why diversity and inclusion are not just extra values, but also strategic advantages, especially in talent acquisition. Including D&I in a company's hiring strategies is important for success into this changing workplace. When businesses hire people of different genders, ages, backgrounds, and experiences, they gain fresh ideas, perspective, and solutions. This boosts creativity, improves overall performance, and makes the company more attractive to job seekers. Talent acquisition is crucial for organizations to stay competitive in today's fast-changing market. A good hiring strategy not only helps attract skilled professionals, but also ensure they fit the company's goals and values. When diversity and inclusion are part of the hiring process, Businesses can build a workforce that represent different backgrounds, communities, customers, and global market. To truly embrace D&I, we need to understand how it shows up in the workplace and why it matters every day, not just during hiring. Diversities can be classified into two main types, which is visible diversity and invisible diversity. These categories help define the different ways in which individuals contribute their unique backgrounds and experiences to a group or organization. Visible diversity refers to the characteristics that are immediately noticeable when interacting with others. This includes aspects such as race, age, gender, and physical ability. Because these traits can be observed at a glance, they often shape initial impression and societal perceptions. Visible diversity plays a significant role in fostering representation, ensuring that workplaces, communities, and institutions reflect the diverse population they serve. Acknowledging a visible difference helps create a more inclusive environment where individuals feel recognized and valued for who they are. On the other hand, invisible diversity consists of personal characteristics that are not immediately apparent. These may include factors such as educational background, sexual orientation, socioeconomy or status, religion beliefs, mental health conditions, and neurodiversity. Since these traits are not outwardly visible, they require intentional efforts to understand and appreciate. Invisible diversity greatly influences perspective, experience, and contributions in the workplace and society. To deepen our understanding of workplace diversities and inclusions, let's take a look at the Lewis model, a framework developed by linguist and cross-cultural expert Richard D. Lewis. This model categorizes cultures into three broad behavioral types: linear active, multi-active, and reactive. It's based not on nationality or religions, but on how people behave, communicate, and make decisions. Linear creative cultures like Germany or the US tend to be task-oriented, organized, and direct. Multi-active cultures such as those in Latin America or Southern Europe are more people-oriented, expressive, and flexible with time, while reactive cultures like many in Asia value listening, harmony, and indirect communication. This model helps us appreciate that cultural diversity isn't just about where someone comes from. It's about how they think, interact, and contribute in a team setting.
In today's world, some organizations have recognized that D&I are essential for success. While companies strive to foster a workplace where all employees feel valued, respected, and empowered, implementing this principle comes with challenges. However, to implement this concept, there will be many obstacles and challenges which manage to unlock these challenges, and organization can see true potential of their workforce, leading to innovation, collaboration, and sustainable growth. One of the challenges is communication barriers. Differences in language, cultural norms, and communication and styles can lead to misunderstanding and conflict. This conflict will lead to low of productivity. Employees may spend time managing the conflict instead of focusing on their tasks, which will give an impact to delays and inefficiencies. Additionally, stereotypes and prejudice will be main challenges in organization. Bias and assumption can make it hard for employees to work together and feel included. Sometimes people judge others based on stereotypes about their backgrounds, gender, or skills instead of saying their true abilities. This can lead to mistrust, fewer opportunities, and weak teamwork. Major challenges is unclear D&I strategies. To make this concept successful implement, organizations need to state clear goals and strategies. Without target, it becomes difficult to track progress or measure success. A lack of strategy can also lead to ineffective initiatives. Companies nowadays have awareness that hiring people from different backgrounds makes their organization more creative and welcoming. D&I concept in workplace will bring fresh idea and help businesses to grow. When implementing D&I, turnover rates also will reduce. Employees that notice their contributions will stay longer to make the business successful. A good strategy will bring successful to the organization. First strategy is the company should develop a solid D&I policy. This policy will guide the organization to commit with D&I. Apart from that, to include all employees to be part of the D&I, the company should provide D&I training programs from the bottom to the top. This is to ensure all the employees understand how important D&I to the company. Next slide, I will share to you some common sources of conflict in diverse workplaces and how we can turn them into opportunities for growth and connection. Now, let's look more closely at how it actually starts, especially in diverse environments. First, conflict often begins with differences in personality, beliefs, and values. These are deeply rooted aspects of who we are, and when they clash, especially in high-pressure situations, they can lead to tension or misunderstanding. Second, conflict can be triggered by how we communicate. Changes in a voice tone, strictness in delivery, body language, or even the use of humor can be interpreted very differently depending on someone's background or expectation. What's meant as a joke by one person might feel offensive or dismissive to another. And finally, conflict can arise from having different perspectives or ideas. While diversity and inclusion of thoughts is a strength, it also can lead to disagreement, especially if people feel their opinions aren't being heard or respected. When people from different backgrounds, experiences, and viewpoints work together, disagreements are tended to happen. It also can lead to misunderstandings due to communication style or problem-solving approaches. For example, a team with various of cultures and personality might struggle to find the best way to tackle a project. From the challenges can become highly innovative with the right approach. Instead of seeing conflict as a problem, it can be used as an opportunity to improve teamwork and generate new ideas. So, how do D&I teams actually function in practice? What makes them effective even when differences exist? It starts with leadership. Managers and team leaders play a crucial role by encouraging and accepting diversities of opinion. They create a safe space where different viewpoints are not just tolerated but welcomed. In these teams, every member feels empowered to share their ideas openly without fear of being judged or dismissed. This openness builds trust and psychological safety, which are essential for collaboration. What's powerful is that differences in opinion are not seen as obstacles, they're seen as assets. Diversity and inclusion play a crucial role in organization. When people from different backgrounds, perspectives, and experiences come together, they bring fresh ideas and insights that drive growth and innovation. Thank you all for your time, attention, and openness today. I truly appreciate the opportunities to share this with you. If you have any questions or thoughts, I'd be happy to continue the conversation. Thank you.